Test number 1.
So all the springs on, arches on, and then presses.
Oh, perfect. Straight up.
And then actually kind of scoot your hips this way just a little bit. Yeah, perfect.
See, that's why I need you.
It's funny how it's so hard to tell, especially after.
I mean, I feel like I'm crooked now, but I'm sure that's just because of my.
Yeah, you were almost at a diagonal towards the window.
Before or now?
Yeah, no, you look good now. So we'll do 4 more presses, and then exhale on the way out, and then slow inhale to come back in, and then trying to keep your toes right over your heels. Perfect. But your back looks good here.
Feel good.
And then on this next one, we'll come in halfway and hold, and then we'll just go out an inch, up an inch with the weights, and in an inch, down an inch. Nice. And then even too, when you're here, you can kind of look at your knees and see which way they're going and keeping them nice and level. That's perfect. Do you like your head, how it is like that with the headrest?
I like it either way.
Okay, here, I think it's nice then you don't have to switch it later. And then let's go bigger range out and in for 4, 3, 2, and then press all the way out and then slowly come all the way back home. We'll switch it up so your heels go on in a Pilates V. Awesome. And then let's do our chest fly. Perfect. So exhale, hug your tree. Inhale, open. So that's perfect actually where your arm is not hitting the window. And then whenever you're here, try and keep heels right over, follow the foot right over the toes. Yeah. It's not the hardest. See how they leave my thumbs? It's almost push.
I feel like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. It's almost like they stay right here. Yeah, that's perfect. And trying to get the knees all the way straight. Exhale for 3. A little harder would be if you do straight arms for 2. We'll try to just say extra things on this next one. Come in halfway, hold, and then we go up an inch, out an inch, in an inch, down an inch. Knees look perfect. It's almost the size of your blue ball.
I notice I want to pop my ribs.
Right.
Definitely.
Because your back looks awesome there with that little mouse house. Yeah. And then we'll hold there. Exhale, hug your tree. And then open it. And then as your arms close, the knees close. And then knees and arms open. Perfect. For 3. Nice. Do those springs still feel perfect?
Yeah, they feel good.
Good.
A little heavy, but good.
And then keep your arms open, knees open. Press all the way out one final time. And then come all the way back in. Nice. So then we'll drop down to your toes. And we'll still do Pilates V. Perfect. And then heels nice and high. Let's do your elbow taps. Perfect, so it's almost like palms face right in, and then press out, punch up, and then tap your elbows, come back. And if you don't want to do elbow taps, you could always do bicep curls too.
Okay.
Instead, if you ever want to mix it up. And then let's say too, you want to kind of be a little bit different. You could do single arm punches on the way out if you ever wanted to. Yeah. You know, there's tons of different things. That's what's kind of cool when you're by yourself. It's whatever you feel like.
Whatever you feel like.
Yeah. And then whenever you're here, just squeezing heels together, same spot. That's awesome. So I usually do too, if I'm by myself counting, I'll do about 5 minutes of footwork or 10 presses, and then I'll come in halfway and then do the small presses.
Okay.
So we'll come in about halfway and then up an inch, out an inch, in an inch, down an inch. Nice. Still squeezing heels, finding your inner thighs. And then let's hold the machine still. We lift your weights up and then pull them back down. When your weights go up, your heels go up. Weights and heels come down. So like the good old days at the studio. I can't believe how close this is to the studio too.
I know.
Really perfect.
That used to be really nice. That's why when they went to North Park in Santee, I thought, oh, it's not going to be quite as convenient, you know?
And then we'll press all the way out to straight legs, straight arms, separate the heels, and then drop your heels, full push, lift the heels, and exhale, punch. Perfect. And then just try to be able to read the number 5 the whole time.
Do what?
So they never go past your eyebrows. Yeah, the weights. That looks good. Perfect. But you can totally bend a little bit more. So bend, 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 bend. Yeah,
okay.
Perfect. Awesome. So then let's go and lift your weights up, lift your heels up, prance, bend right elbow, left knee, and switch. And lift through the straight leg. Perfect for 4, 3, 2, And then last one, we'll slide it all the way back into the stopper. That was perfect. So I'll grab your weights.
Oh, thank you.
And then from there, we'll switch right into bridging. And then we'll do the green ball for bridging, or the blue ball. When we start off, we'll start off with the arches on, going up and over. Press your hands down, arms are straight, and then try to squeeze shoulder blades together too. So just because everything's kind of tight, I would start off by squeezing your ball, exhale, tuck your tail, and then inhale, release, and go back to that neutral. And you can almost exaggerate it, go to an arch. Perfect. Just so you get that big range of motion and just to stretch it, kind of warm it up. And then pull the belly in, exhale, squeeze. Now try to do that without squeezing your glutes, just your core. Isn't that so hard? Yeah. It's almost like pretend like you're gonna cough or sneeze and think ribs come to the hips. Perfect. And then now that looks great, we'll start to add in where we go slow inhale, exhale, scoop, and then slowly articulating the spine up. Hold at the top and almost think of someone pulling your knees over the bar and then slowly tuck, roll, and peel back down. How does that feel?
Good.
And it's almost going to be harder for the hamstrings on the lighter springs, but that looks awesome. Perfect. Chin looks good. The only thing you want to be aware of is when you lift, if you feel like your chin goes into your chest, then you know you're lifting from the low back. So more think glutes. And then you'll feel your inner thighs fast, right?
Yeah.
With the ball. And on this last one, let's stay all the way up. Feet look perfect. And then let's just go down 1 inch with a flat back and up. Nice. You can even tuck a little bit more. Perfect. And if you're ever worried about one side doing more than the other, you can take your hands to your hips too. Because I would squeeze the left side a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. For 2. And then hold at the top. Let's just do the ball. Exhale, squeeze, and slowly open. For 4. Tough. Even think scoop under more with your core. Yeah. Hold your squeeze. Let's go up 1 inch, pause, down 1 inch just for your final 2. Last one, hold it, lift, and then slowly roll the whole thing down. We'll open your arms to a T, let your knees go right, look left, so it feels so good. And then take a big twist on the opposite. I'm so excited for you. There's nothing like your own reformer. And then we'll do blue ball back on the knees. And then let's take yourself with heels together, toes turned out. And then still think push your feet down. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to move them right there though. Nice. So then from here, squeeze the ball first. Let's flat back hinge, exhale, lift all the way up. And then inhale, lower back down. And then exhale, lift all the way. Perfect. The ribs look awesome there. Nice. How does that feel? Good. And if you ever, so our next level option, you could reach your hands to the sky. That's a little harder. Nice. And if you ever wanted to too, you could definitely do the weights here if you wanted. You know, skull crushers. There's like thousands of things you could do. And then on this next one, stay all the way up at the very top. Let's drop the right hip down 1 inch and then back up. And then the left hip down 1 inch and then back up. Nice. Back looks good. You can even tuck a little bit more. Yeah. So 1 more right side, 1 more left side. Hold it at the top and now try to do circles with your hips. And then green ball, knees don't move. Perfect. Nice. And then let's reverse those circles.
Ooh, I'm feeling that I haven't done it in a while.
Like everything's almost shaky.
Yeah.
And then hold, squeeze the ball 1 more time, and then lower the whole shape down. Nice.
Ooh.
So then we'll take the ball into the hands. You can open it out to a T. Knees go right, look left 1 more time. Knees go left, look right 1 more time. Nice. And then we'll come back to center. Let's put the ball back in your knees just for 1 final bridge. And for this one, let's go back to just arches on. Press your hands down and then squeeze shoulder blades, engage the lats. And we'll try an articulation on the way up. And then we'll hold at the top this time. So start to slowly transfer your weight to your right leg and then transfer the weight to that left leg. And try to go slow, just transferring. And then we'll transfer your weight to your left leg and start to bring your right leg to a tabletop and then lower it back down, transfer, opposite leg. So that's that next level version, which is
I feel
hard.
like I have to drop my hips. Am I supposed to keep them?
It's okay if you start lower, but then just trying to keep, yeah, that was perfect. And then you can even hold on to your hips too. Yeah. And then squeeze the glute before the leg lifts. That one was perfect. and then squeeze that right glute. Perfect. One more left side. Perfect. Both feet go down, and then we'll massage the whole spine down. Nice. So we'll take the ball out. I'll dish it over here, and then we'll lift your legs up in the air and just give yourself a hamstring stretch.
Feels good.
Right, and then you can always do the stretches with your ring too, you know.
Oh, thank you.
If you ever want to. It's kind of nice when you have everything right by the
I
machine too,
know.
so you can just, I feel like this right now.
I feel like a spoiled little brat
It's,
having all this.
it's so awesome.
It's for good health, right?
Yeah,
That's what I tell
right.
myself.
So then let's do where you scooch away from the block. So it's kind of like footwork check, bridge work check. We'll do some core. So I'll have you start off interlacing your fingers behind your head, and then let's keep our feet here just to start. So part one is to flatten your back so it's totally against the mat, and then exhale, chest lift, and then inhale, lower. Nice. And try to think of almost lifting your heart right to the sky. Yeah, that was a perfect one. So then if you wanted to add in, you can bring that right leg to tabletop, and then the left leg to tabletop and squeeze the inner thighs. Nice. Perfect. And then stay lifted. Let's hold. We go down 1 inch and then up 1 inch. Exhales. Nice. For 3. And then we're going to hold right there. Start to twist towards the right side. Exhale, inhale, center, and then twist. So first time rotating the spine. It's really nice because you can see your form. If your knees are moving, you know your hips are. One more that side, one more center. Awesome. And then we'll lower this whole shape down. Isn't it funny how that even is, ab work is the hardest. And then we'll do one more set here. So interlacing fingers, exhaling, chest lift and hold. We'll bring the legs up to tabletop. So then try to just crunch 1 inch higher. Let's start to reach the right leg out straight. Pull back in, and then opposite leg out straight, and pull it right back in. And then kind of what you'll think of is pretend like this is right over your hips, and you'll always have one touching. That's perfect. Nice. For 3, 2, and on this last one, reach both legs out straight and hold. Go up 1 inch higher, and then lower the whole shape on the way back down. That's perfect. So when you're here by yourself, then I'll have you change the springs, but I'll change them right now. We're going to a red and a blue.
Red and a blue.
So 1 red, 1 blue. How does your back feel right now? Good. So you have 2 options for this one where you could do, let's say your back's bothering you, I would put the ball under your sacrum.
Okay.
Or if you're feeling like you want more core work, then we'll just do it without it. So we'll go into supine arms, so we'll grab those straps. And so then right away, just reaching the arms straight, knees, tabletop, exhale, slice your hands to your hips, and then inhale, lift.
Do you think the short and long straps matter, or this is fine?
No, those are perfect. It kind of, these ones might feel like this is easier right now. Does it feel a little easier? Because the short ones are a little closer, so you could go a little bit harder. You know what I mean? There's more length. But for right now, I think it's perfect. And then whenever you're here, think elbows staying really straight. Exhale, high five the mat. Inhale, reach. And then do you feel how the shoulder blades want to round forward?
Yeah.
So almost do the best you can trying to keep them against the mat. And then if you wanted to add the single leg presses or the chest lifts as your hands go down. Perfect. And then inhale, exhale, press. Checking out the arch of your back, kind of tucking. Perfect for 3, 2, and on this next one, press both hands down and pause, and then let's just do those legs. We reach and reach. Perfect. For 4, 3, 2, reach both legs out straight. We're gonna go for a hold, lower them down a little bit more, inhale, and then reach the whole shape. Lift your hands, let your feet take a break.
Whew.
Isn't it funny? Those ones are tough.
That's good.
Then hands go back up. We'll press the hands all the way down. Let's go right into your T press. So palms face the body, open out to a T, and then exhale, pull back in. That's perfect where you're at, where the machine is. So that's awesome. So then if you wanted to make this one harder, as your arms come in, the legs go out straight together. Exhale, press. And if you ever feel like it bothers your back, kick your legs more up to the sky. Because even that's good, getting your quads and hamstrings to stretch a little bit. And you could chest lift if you ever wanted a next level. Just for 3. Nice, Terry, we have 2. Awesome. And on that last one, let's squeeze it in, hold it in. Pause. We'll lower the legs down an inch and up an inch. You could go all the way if you want for 2. Nice. Lifting the chest a little bit higher. And then we'll take a whole break. Nice.
Whew.
Awesome. So we'll do one more just because you're here. So this next one, knees come up, hands come up, press your hands all the way down. And this one's really good for the shoulders. So you palm face into the body. We open your arms out to a T. Pause. Machine doesn't move as the hands go to the sky, and then press right back down. So let's do 3 more circles here. You could chest lift, leg extend if you want. Last 2 in this direction. It's so good for the shoulder girdle. And then muscle and press down. Then we go right into the reverse. Hands go up. Machine doesn't move. Open. Exhale in. So good for the back, for the lats, triceps, the whole thing. It's a lot of arms, a lot of core. If you ever feel your back start to arch, you could always just make the legs go up or even bring your knees into your chest more. And then finish with your arms in a T. We hold. Let's have your scissor legs. Switch and switch. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Yeah, you got it for 3, 2, and then we'll let your feet come onto your foot bar. And we'll ditch your straps. That's perfect. So then we'll take a nice big stretch, open your arms, knees go right, leg left, just to always recenter the back. And then swing it over. And then carefully swing your legs over towards the front door. Over towards the parking lot. Yeah. And then from here, so it's kind of nice because you're on a red and a blue. You can go right into planks. And
oh no.
Right? And if you're like, I don't want to do a plank, you totally don't have to.
No, I have to, right? Really, that's the whole thing of it, isn't it?
So I really like when you do planks on the short box, and then red's going to be more supportive. And we'll try it like that, but just know you can always do this one too.
Okay.
But yeah, 1 red, and then we'll have the knees go down. And then to start off this one, I would just take a child's pose just to kind of stretch the back too. And you can kind of twist side to side a little bit. How's that feel?
Good.
Even the stretches feel nice on here. So then we'll have the forearms go down or your hands, and then feet on that gray, and then we'll press.
Gray or the foot bar?
You could do either. Foot bar is a little harder. Perfect. Awesome. That looks great. So your back looks good here, and you're just tucking that tailbone under. Perfect. Think of that same thing where you're pulling your belly in without squeezing the glutes. You're like, oh, that's an awesome thing, Terry. Let's push your elbows forward and backwards. Nice. And when you do this one, heels stay in the same spot, just pushing from the shoulders that we just warmed up for 4. And pulling 3. Nice. Good, Terry. 2. Let's just go for a hold with those arms reaching a little bit further. Nice. 1 more inch. And then slowly slide it back in. Let those knees come down.
Ooh.
And then, if it does feel good to you, you can reach back for the foot bar, because this is a great one to do all the time. And then you can kind of think of bending one elbow in, and bend the other. Nice. And if you bend both in, that even is more intense. Ooh, right? You almost get a back adjustment. And if you ever want to, too, if it doesn't bother your wrists, you could plank on your hands. Your wrists.
My base and my thumbs. My wrists are okay. It's my base and my thumbs are bad.
And we'll do another forearm one.
Enjoy being young.
It's funny because a lot of people struggle with that dequervains, where it almost, if you like this, it pulls on the tendon. But we'll see how this one feels with forearms, and then feet gray or foot bar. But that was a really awesome plank.
I tend to. Does that matter?
No, that's okay. Nice. So for these ones, let's flow it right into your scooters. So super slow bend, inhale, exhale, press. Nice. And then what you're looking for these ones is that the hips stay that same height. Yeah. So almost find your plank and then keep the hips right there. Yeah. Nice. So almost the knees could come even lower. Yeah, that was perfect. We'll be here for another 3. Nice, Terry. Exhale to bend it in. 2. 1 more, bend the knees, and let's just hold. And then just breathe in through the nose and out for 3, for 2. Woo. And then let those knees go down. Nice. Woo. That's an awesome one. Your planks look so good. Remember when we started and I think planks were the toughest.
Yeah, they were totally tough for me.
Your back looks perfect. It's so cool.
Getting there. I don't know.
It'll be cool because then you can even see in your video. Your back looks awesome. So we'll have our last one forearms, and then we'll do our last plank.
Woo!
And so kind of footwork, bridge work, supine arms, planking. I think it's like a solid warm up.
I always go on that foot. Let me try to go on this foot.
It's really hard to do like that.
It's like a leap of faith.
Like go fall through. Perfect. So for these ones, let's go right to side scooters. So bend your knees over towards the right, exhale, and press, and over in the opposite direction. Your neck looks solid. And it's almost like you're pulling them to your elbows. Lots of obliques. We'll just be here for your final 3, and pressing. Nice turning for 2. And press.
Ooh.
1 more to the right. 1 more to your left.
Ooh.
And then we'll take it down.
I
Nice.
I'm toast.
Right, isn't it fun? Everything feels so tough.
Woo.
And then what's nice is because you wouldn't even have to change anything, we'll have you sit on the box.
Facing.
The foot bar. Because then you know how we do these on the lot in the studio, and I love how it is for your back, where you'll grab the safety strap, and that way you can get more core, and you can use
Thank you.
the ball or the ring too. But that way, this stuff is honestly like so safe for your back. Because I would rather you do more of these than more crunches.
Okay.
You know, because if you think you're at work always in like that rounded
That
position.
scrunched position.
So here we'll reach the arms forward, and then think of the low back being arched, and you're just scooping. Same thing though, well, that's part 1. And then go back to your regular sitting position and scoop. And now try to think your hips stay right over shoulders, and try to now scoop without squeezing the glutes. Isn't that so hard?
It's so hard.
It's all obliques that will pull the hips forward. So we'll hold there, and then inhale, start to lower down. Exhale to come right back up. That's perfect. You could squeeze shoulder blades together more, yeah. So let's say you're here too, and you ever wanted to add in, you can hold on to the ring.
I like the ring on my neck. Is that cheating?
No,
or?
that makes it so much harder because then your neck muscles relax. And don't you feel like you can't get your core like that anywhere else?
Yeah.
And your back looks awesome. So we'll hold here, and then let's just go down 1 inch, inhale, and exhale up 1 inch. Perfect. Nice. Good job squeezing knees together, squeezing shoulder blades. Hold it low, take a breath, breathe in, go 1 inch lower. Nice, 1 final inch, and then we'll take a big stretch forward.
Woo.
Nice. How did that
I'm
go?
sweating, girl.
Isn't it funny how it's all, it's funny how it's all like stuff we would do all the time too, but then everything will feel shaky. So we'll do 1 more set with these, because then it's just a nice flow how it is with the spring. So we'll hold there, and then you could always hold the other way if you wanted to.
Yeah,
And then
like
sit.
this way.
Yeah, I like that way too. And then for this one, let's have you go into a C curve on the way down, and then exhale, lift. Yeah. So you can hold however you feel is good. Kind of like it that way. But think of almost your head pushing back into it. Yeah, so that chin stays in the same space.
Makes it heavier.
Yeah, right? And then you're looking for those earthquake shakes. Belly comes in as you go down. Perfect. Let's hold yourself low on the next one. And now exhale, just rotate, twist, inhale, center, and twist. Try to get length and twist. Head away from the spine. Your back looks awesome. Stay towards this side, go down 1 inch and up 1 inch. And then staying heavy in that opposite hip. We'll take it the other way, down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Knees don't move, knees are staying level. Yeah. Come back through center and take a good step forward. That was awesome. So from there, we'll ditch your ball and we'll ditch your ring, and then I'll have you come right off of your box. And for this too, the safety strap, let's say you had it down here, it's kind of awkward, so I always have it in the middle one.
Okay.
And then
Do I tuck this away?
it'll fall away if you want to. And then we'll have our box go on long. And whenever you do a long box too, yeah, this is perfect like that. So I'm gonna switch our springs so you'll be on a blue half instead of a red. So then we'll lay onto your stomach on the box. And then whenever you're laying here, chest off the box always, and just allow yourself to hang down. Doesn't that feel so good for your back?
Feels great.
Right, so it's just a little decompression. You can kind of see how you're laying here. And then let's start off a back warm up. We'll take your hands down by your hips, palms face the floor, and squeeze shoulder blades go. Yeah. So start to lower down into that well. Inhale to lift, exhale as you lower. What you're looking for too is you can lift the quads off the box. That's going to be harder, but no scrunching in the low back. You're just looking for your back muscles lifting you. Chin into the chest, and I always look right at that gold plaque when you lift. And then let's stay lifted from here. Start to reach your right fingers to your right pinky toes, left fingers to the left, without the hips moving, without the box moving. That's perfect. This lateral flexion, really good for the spine. One more to the right, in that extension. One more to the left. Come back through center. Let's lift the arms and legs higher. Breathe in, and then exhale to lower it down. Awesome. So when you're here by yourself, have that be like a checkpoint where if you can do that and you don't have any spasms or any cramping,
Okay.
then I would add the weight. But if you're like, dang, this doesn't feel like a good back day, you're usually pretty good every day, right? Well, like let's say you come home from work and you're like, oh my gosh, everything is cramping. Then I would just do those ones weightless. So then for this next one, you could grab the rubber grippies or the foot straps. Yeah. And then if your back ever bothers you, you could bend your knees too. So with an exhale, let's pull your hands to your hips, and then inhale to go back to those silver pegs. Exhale to lift. So you stop at the hips and stop right at the pegs. Perfect. Elbows stay straight, lots of triceps, belly pulls in, and try to relax the glutes and scoop under. That's awesome. Also squeezing shoulder blades as tight as you can too. That's awesome. Nice, Terry, for 3, 2, and on this last one, keep the hands up at the hips. Let's have them go down 1 inch and then up 1 inch. Nice. Arms down 1 inch, arms up 1 inch for 4, 3, 2. Let's hold, breathe in, and then exhale. Let the whole shape come down. That's perfect. So this is like our back body. We'll still keep those for some. So for this next one, let's sweep your hands right up to your hips. We'll hold, get them as high as you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades, bend your elbows. Inhale, tricep, exhale, press. I love these for you too, because it's all back extensors plus triceps. Try to relax the shoulders and the ears. Nice. Yeah, perfect. Good, Terry. And then a little challenge if you want, we bend both elbows, right arm only goes straight, and then pull back. That's perfect. Left arm only goes straight. Pull right back, nice. So we'll do one more right side, one more left side. We'll finish with both arms straight and hold. Micro bend your elbows and straighten them for 4, 3, 2, and last one, release the whole shape in. Ooh. Let's ditch your straps, but then let's say just for your video, if you didn't want to do those, then you could do the whole where you walk back here.
I like that.
Yeah. And so then those ones, hands on top is a tricep pull up.
Okay.
And then you could do full range. You could come in halfway, do little mini pulses there. Awesome. And then you could have the arms lengthen and then reach so that way the palms face each other. Yeah. And now it's a pull up and a push up position. Yeah. So wide elbows. That's perfect.
Or wide elbows.
Yeah. Like a row. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How does that feel?
Good.
Awesome. So those are if you ever get tired of the other ones. So I'll have your hands and knees go onto the box, and then we'll pop ourselves up. And let's do a little balance challenge too. And so take a nice cat stretch, take a nice cow stretch. Perfect. That's so good for your back too. Your back does look a little bit stiff right in the middle.
Yeah.
Nice. So we'll come to a straight spine, and I love these always. And then what's cool is you can check out too when you're checking your form in the video. You want your shoulders right over the wrist, so you almost think of leaning forward more. Tuck the tail a little bit, and then let's extend the left leg out long.
Every time I extend my left leg, I want to bring this knee to the middle. Is that
Funny.
fair or not?
You can start close, and then when you want to, just it'll be harder to walk them further away. And then we'll have the opposite. Arm goes out in front. Nice. And then lean a little bit more into this. Yeah, like it feels.
Got the shakes.
Yeah. And then we'll just go for it up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Nice. Belly comes in. It's really more about the back. And you could even lower that right heel a little bit more. Yeah, right there. And then, perfect. We'll hold for 3. Reach a little bit more. And then take that hand and knee down. Take a little child's pose, cat-cow. And those ones are good just because it is kind of scary balancing on there. And then we'll come to a nice straight spine. Let's do the opposite arm, opposite leg. Perfect. And perfect. Drop that hip a little bit. Yeah. And then kind of tuck a little. Yeah. And then relaxing the right shoulder. Nice. Perfect. For 3. This side looks awesome. Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
And then we'll hold, go for a longer reach, and then release the whole shape. Perfect.
Ooh.
We'll come right to sitting, and we'll, I was going to say face your mirror. So we'll face this way. And from here, we'll grab the straps. That'll be perfect. So let's start off just by getting more rotator cuff. So we'll cross your rope so we have an X, and then we'll hold on to the rubber grippy, and we're still on a blue half. Elbows are back, sit up tall, exhale, externally rotate, and pull right back in. These ones are good to do every single day. So good for your rotator cuff. Plus, I added in for today, it's nice when, I feel like core is what I never like to do by myself. So then it's like, you can kind of do core the way it's planking, and then supine arms, and then the box one. And this one will even get a little bit more just because it's good for your back. And then you can do the same thing on the springboard. Let's keep the thumbs open, have them come in 1 inch and then out 1 inch, and still squeeze shoulder blades. Nice. For 3, 2, we'll hold here. It's a neck opener. Look over towards the right. Inhale, center. Look over towards the left. Center, we open a little bit more, and then we'll release. Nice. Make a wiggly break. We'll keep our ropes crossed, and then arms go forward. And then let's go right to our double arm row. So still, this is for the back. Exhale. Nice. And if you ever wanted more movement, when your arms go forward, you can cat spine, and then when you pull them back, kind of arch and lift the chest. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how that feels. And if you ever want to make it harder, you could walk up the ropes for more of a
I
challenge.
can't believe how much I'm sweating.
And isn't it cool where it's not like, you've done all these exercises, it's just fun flowing it. Have the arms go forward, and then this one's so good for you, single arm twists. What we're looking for too is sometimes one knee will jet forward, so we'll try to think knees. Yeah, that was a perfect one. More from your core. How much harder that is?
Yeah.
That was great.
It is.
So if the ropes were longer too, this would be really too easy.
Right.
So that's why I kind of one more this side, one more to the other side, and then back to center, and then we'll take a break from the arms. We'll uncross the straps. For this next one, ropes will be a little bit more supportive, and then the straps will be a little harder, and we'll use our ball too. Just to give you more ideas for being at home. So we'll have those arms forward, and then let's try that flat back hinge down. Inhale, exhale to lift back up, and then squeezing shoulder blades. Yeah, perfect. And then you get an idea how tight your hip flexors are. You know, if you feel your heels want to come up.
Yeah.
So you can really just think, I'm grounding through my heels. That's awesome. Perfect. And then on this next one, hold it where you feel your core the most. Palms face each other. Let's open your arms out to a T, and then bring it back in. And almost try to keep the palms facing each other. Yeah, I like thumbs up. That's even better. Nice. 2. Next one, keep those arms open. We're still working our back. We go up 1 inch, down 1 inch with our core, and the shoulders are down. Last 2, and then we'll take a nice stretch forward. Whew, that's perfect. So we'll keep our straps, but let's hold on to the loops, and then we'll have your palms go up. We bicep curl, and we're gonna hold that. And so think of almost right at that 90 degree. Yeah. So from there, we'll flat back hinge down. Exhale to come back up. When you're doing these, think of being in your plank, because that's literally what we're mirroring. So you could have palms face each other if you wanted to. Yeah, perfect. For 2. And on that next one, hold where you feel it the most. Arms go out straight. Inhale. Exhale, bicep curl. Perfect. Elbows go all the way. Use your biceps to pull. Last one, pull it in, hold it. Lift your elbows up 1 inch, and then take a nice big stretch over. Woo. That's perfect. So, perfect with the core. Let's just do a little bit more with your arms while you have these straps. So I'll have you start off by having your palms face the mirror, not the mirror, face that way. We'll slip them in. We'll press your arms behind you and then back. And then I love this one too because it's really, we've got your back laying on your back. We got it laying on your stomach. And now seated, yeah. And then that way, the back is really what you want to work the most. You you know, if you are ever here by yourself too, you can always do the kneeling, like hug a trees and everything. But I really like this flow. And then we'll keep those arms behind us. Let's pause. From there, side body cinch to the right, center, left. What we're looking for, knees don't move. Tailbone is tucked, and you're just going from your core. Nice. One more to the right, one more to the left. Come back to center. Use your triceps, push them back 1 more inch, and then we'll let them release. Ooh. That's perfect. So we'll ditch your straps, and then we'll come off of your machine, and we'll ditch your box. Awesome. And then what's nice is we're gonna just keep flowing right into it. So we're still on a blue half. Okay. And then we're gonna lay on your side, and you could use the green ball, but you don't have to. What my
that's true.
Yeah. But if you ever feel like you don't love it, you can always switch it. So now it's gonna be single leg work. So we'll grab the old strap and then place it right onto your arch. Perfect. And these ones are a little perfect. And then bottom knees bent. Press that leg out nice and straight. So starting off always, we're gonna pretend like we're standing, so your heel's right in line with your sits bone, and then take your top hand onto your hip, bottom hand peg, and then lift the side body. Yeah, we're almost, yeah, perfect. And we're gonna start, just go up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Perfect. So, still feels pretty heavy, like, or it feels like you'll get fatigued quickly. So then we'll hold right in line with the foot bar, start to sweep that leg forward, inhale, exhale, pull it right to the back of the foot bar. And whenever you do these ones, as the leg goes forward, yeah, that was perfect, the hip rolls back. I love these because it's glutes and hamstrings and inner thighs. That knee stays locked out the whole time. Still a lot of core. Nice. Inhale forward, exhale back. Perfect. We'll be here for 4. Do you love working out on your own performer?
I do, actually.
Isn't it nice?
I thought I would be lonely and miss the other people.
It's kind of cool too.
Of course I do.
But even if, I'll still write it out too, and then what you could do is, so if we're doing 10 exercises, you can just kind of shuffle them around.
Yeah.
And then, you know, maybe do this at the beginning of the class instead of the end of the class. And then we'll hold your heel here. Let's just draw tennis ball size circles. And lift. Yes. Plus it's so hot out, you can't even do anything. And then let's reverse those circles. Whenever you circle and the navel comes in, shoulder blade squeezing. Yeah, still full body. And the best one for this one, we pause, bend your knee slow, slow, slow. Exhale, squeeze your glute, press the leg straight. So I'm gonna have us do 2 more like this. Squeeze the glute, push. 1 more bend. Pause right there, kick the leg out straight, and then pull it right back to the bar. So we'll do the bicycles. Bend your knee, reach it straight, exhale, pull. Nice. 1 more, bend the knee, kick, sweep, and then let's reverse. So you sweep the leg forward, you bend the knee in, and then press the foot away. Aren't those the hardest? These ones, they're so good for your knee that that's why I really wanted us to do these. Last one, press that leg out straight, sweep it right to that front corner, turn the toe down, we poke the heel for 4, 3, 2, and then last one, go ahead and take that strap off, and then you can ditch it, and then we'll roll on your back and do a hip opener. Oh, perfect. And then, perfect. And then you can let the leg kind of rock side to side. Isn't it the best stretch too? Oh, it feels so good.
Ooh.
And then we'll switch. Yeah, that'll be perfect. And then it'll be nice to see if the walls.
Oh yeah. Let me scoot back as much as I can.
And then that looks good there, yeah. And then we'll start off right in line with that foot bar. So you can bring your heel back, yeah. And then just go up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Nice. Even the tracks are nice and clean too.
Yeah.
It's honestly perfect. It's so cool. Yeah, the only time that they used to have them was, I know one time someone had like 2 floods in the studio randomly.
Oh really?
And then because they said it was water damage and they had to sell the reformers. And then we'll hold there, start to sweep the leg forward, inhale. Oh, perfect. Exhale, pull it right back. Nice.
I can push it back an inch, maybe, the reformer.
Oh yeah, because you're almost right by that spot. Nice.
Usually I'd have the curtains open, but it's so darn hot.
Yeah. And then on this next one, we'll hold it right by that front corner of the foot bar. And then let's go for those tennis ball size circles. Nice. Whenever you draw them, focus on the lift and lift. Nice. And then let's reverse those opposite direction. Nice. Perfect. And then we'll hold right here. It's slow to bend that knee in. Exhale, press. The hardest thing is to not let the heel come forward too. Yeah.
I'll let the heel what?
The heel is almost going to want to come forward with you, but try to think of it staying right here. Just think of bending the knee. Yeah. And then you can even bend it more. Yeah, that was a perfect one. Do you know it's more glute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of was going like this.
From the hip, think of, I'm just bending the knee and squeezing. Perfect. And then bend the knee and pause, kick the legs straight, and then sweep right back to the bar. Nice. And then bend, kick, and pull.
But here, actually bring the heel up,
yeah,
right?
this one. And then we'll reverse. So we'll sweep, we'll bend, and then stomp. Nice. Inhale, bend, exhale, push. One more, bend, exhale, push. Hold it, turn that toe down, poke your heel up and up for 4, 3, 2, hold it, lift it, and then slowly go ahead and lower it. And then we'll take that strap off. You can ditch it. And then we'll have the seat facing whichever way. It flows better if it's that way. And then we'll cross your ankle over your knee, and then you don't need your ball anymore. So it's cool because we're still on that blue half.
Ooh.
And then we'll swap legs. Perfect. And then from here, let's come to kneeling facing your foot bar. Just to get a little bit more. This is the scariest time to kneel, just because you could fly forward. But I wanted us to just get a little bit more front body. So then I like to sit the hips towards the heels and then reach back for the short straps, or those straps. Perfect. And then just being careful. Nice. Perfect. So from here, let's go into those servo trays. So starting off, squeezing shoulder blades, and us still tucking. Pretend that wall's under you. Exhale, serve your tray. Inhale, pull it back. So these ones, pec muscles, bicep muscles, triceps. Because it is nice to do the kneeling stuff, because this is so
I
much,
like the kneeling stuff.
right? And it's so much core. And then we'll serve your tray. Let's go for little circles, up, down, around. Nice. And then squeeze shoulder blades. Perfect. And then let's reverse it, up and up. Blue half is gonna feel heavy too. So feel good.
It feels good, yeah.
Awesome. Hold it, lift it, and then lower it, and then let your arms get pulled back and let your chest lift up. And then you can even take a little lateral flexion. We're gonna stay here, but this time push your arms in front of you, and then we're gonna just hold right here. So these ones are a little harder. You start to open your arms to a T, and then lift them up, and then open, and then back down. I usually never teach these in the studio.
The reformer moves, right?
Yeah, and it's do you feel how you have to kind of counteract it? And these ones are nice because it still is upper traps, and then you're thinking of almost drawing a circle with your hands in front of you. That's how I like to think of it. As your arms go up, the shoulder blades go down. Perfect. And it's all shoulders. Right, last two. Nice. And then you can see too is like one arm tired today. Which one's working? Let's finish in a T, and then exhale, hug your tree. Inhale, open that tree. Just for 2. Last one, hug your tree, and then let the arms go down. Take a nice stretch. And take those little side bends. Does that feel nice? And then we'll finish with bench press, just because that gets a little bit more. Pushing the arms forward, exhaling, inhale, pulling. Nice. Perfect. So think of these back to the footwork, right? Like you wouldn't want your arms to tap. That was perfect.
Woo.
So
Okay, don't let the arms stop.
Yeah, that was perfect. Last 2. Got it. And then last one. And then we'll ditch your straps. And what's nice is from here, we'll come right to sitting facing out this way. And then I like to do it on a red. So we'll take off, now we're just on one red. We'll do the mermaid one, so that's when you bring the chin over here. Perfect. This honestly is the best for your back. So we'll start off arms in a T and then hold the block and then pull yourself up and over. Does that feel like heaven?
Yeah, I feel like I can't get very far though.
Yeah, and you almost can tell too how tight that hip is. And now this hand's gonna reach down this side too. You can almost grab for both blocks.
Oh.
Yeah, perfect. And then allow your head to just go over those knees. If you did this one every day, your back would feel so heavy. And the hips. And then let's lift up. Take your hand onto that bar. We'll push the bar away. Reach the hand up and over. Inhale. Exhale and back.
That feels wonderful.
Doesn't it? So it's really cool when you have it at your home. Then, like, this is what we all need every single day. But it's so hard to mimic it if you don't have a reformer.
If you don't have a reformer, yeah.
Nice. And then when you're here, try to almost keep that hip down as it goes up.
Heavy, huh?
Yeah, so perfect. And then we'll reach and pause. And then exhale, thread your needle under. Inhale, lift. Nice. And then hold on to whichever is over there. You can even hold on to the reformer, the black part. Yeah. And now just let your head go even lower. You can even push away a little bit more. Nice. And then take both hands onto that foot bar. Walk them out nice and wide. We'll start off, inhale, lift your chest up, lift the heart up, and then exhale and go low. Perfect. And then inhale, float and lift, and then exhale, lower. Nice. How does that feel?
Great. Although this arm's like
tired. Yeah. You could even do this, like let's say your back's been bothering you or you know you feel stiff if you were in the garden. You could start class like this as a warm up for your back. Almost start with the stretch.
Yeah.
And then we'll take that counter stretch. Perfect. And then I'll have us sit facing that foot bar. And then we'll take your legs out wide to the side. And then let's do a spinal twist because it still is just back rehab, reaching for that others. And you can even reach for the other one too. You don't have to, yeah. And then think of growing taller, inhaling, and then exhaling and twisting and looking. Nice. Perfect. Take one more big breath. And then we'll twist in the opposite direction. Perfect. Kind of lean back a little bit. Yeah. Do you feel it a little bit better?
Yeah. This one I can probably get the other.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll come back to center and then we'll sit facing the other way. And we'll do the other side. Plus it's good for the knees to even stretch the quads like that. So I always like to start by grabbing the blocks first and pulling. Yeah. How's that
I feel like I'm not very flexible that way at all.
Isn't it funny? Yeah. And it's really just the hip being tight. And then we'll reach for both of those blocks over there. Yeah, that's perfect. Isn't it great? It's really just that quad and hip. Because you almost feel like it's going to cramp in the hip over there. Yeah. And then we'll take a hand on and push, reach. And then stretch in the opposite direction. Nice. So this one is good. Just for those nice big ranges. And these could be, you could go as slow as you really could go faster if you wanted to, but I like a slow. And then hold, exhale, thread that needle, and then inhale to lift your needle up. Perfect. That arm looks, can you reach further? Plus the unilateral back stretches are always awesome. And then we can hold there, and I like to just reach, and just kind of twist a little bit deeper. Yeah, perfect. That was perfect. We'll take both hands onto the bar.
Feels good.
Right, and then inhale, lift, try to not use your upper back. And then exhale. So same thing here, it's an inhale to come up. Nice, relax shoulders. Yeah, exhale. Perfect. That's the hardest part, like shoulders always.
Always, I always want to hike them up.
Mm-hmm. And then last one, we'll just stretch it low. Nice. Let your head drop down. And then slowly come back in. And then just to counter stretch one more time, opposite direction. Perfect. And then from there, because you're already sitting here, we'll go to 2 red springs and we'll lay down onto your back. So the last muscle group, and it's always nice to finish on your back, we'll do legs and straps.
Oh, yippee.
Right, and then we'll use our ball for our inner thighs.
Okay, not underneath.
Okay. You could totally do ball underneath too. It's kind of nice. You can always just do whatever you feel like. And then I like taking it right into those ankles. Perfect. And then checking out the toes while you're here, just making sure they're parallel. I like to always kind of check out with the low back and make sure it's neutral. Squeeze the ball first, exhale, lower the straight legs down, and then inhale to lift back up. And then the reason we did the mermaid stuff is just because we did do a lot of back exercises. So I kind of wanted it to turn off and stretch.
Yeah.
And now when you're lying here in a stretched position, they should hopefully stay lengthened longer. You know, if you were to stretch and then, you know, go into doing dishes, your back would just get tight again. So it's kind of stretch them and then let them stay relaxed in this when you're laying on your back. And then this is big time inner thighs, which is the hardest. And on that next one, we'll lower those legs to your 45. Slow motion, inhale, bend your knees in. Exhale, press. And when you're here by yourself, just noticing if the ball is wiggling, which is the hardest. Yeah. Awesome. And then let's add into this one. When you push the legs out straight, really squeeze that ball. Exhale. Both legs pushing evenly. Nice.
Let me get it a little more.
Perfect. And then we always stop the knees right over the hips. That's perfect. 2. One more, press your legs out straight. Go to a Pilates V. We lift the legs up, inhale, squeeze, exhale to lower. Should feel the inner thighs a lot more.
Definitely.
Right? And what's nice is these ones is you got core a lot in this one. We did the quads, the glutes at the beginning, glutes at the end, balance challenges. So you can kind of just always come back to this class. And then we'll lower the legs. Go for that froggy, bend the knees in. Exhale, squeeze the ball that goes out straight. Perfect. Last 3. Nice. And last one, press those legs straight. We're gonna hold just that ball. Hard squeeze, slow release, just for your final 2. Last one, hold the squeeze, don't let it go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your ball as fast as you can for 4, 3, 2, hold it. Lift the legs up, and then catch your ball, and then you can ditch it off to the side, and then you could do just some leg circles. You'll still feel your inner thighs.
Woo.
And you're not really touching the wall over there. Right? Perfect. And then reverse them. Isn't it crazy how you still feel them? Awesome. And the leg circles is honestly the best thing you can do for your back. Yeah. We'll finish with the legs up, and then we'll grab those rubber grippies, enjoy a hamstring stretch. Perfect. And so if you're here by yourself too, 2 reds, you could totally do the single leg stretches too.
Okay.
You know, when you take one out. And then we'll open both legs out to the side. And then you can go into that happy baby bending your knees. So good for the back. Perfect. And then we'll have the soles find each other and drop them low. And then open the palms out wide. And then just take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the whole body relax. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, breathe in and in and in. Exhale to breathe out. And then let's take your left leg, open that guy for a single inner thigh stretch, especially since you just did it. And think of toes coming to your nose, pushing your heel away. Yeah. And then try to make that left knee even straighter. Perfect. Ooh, tight, right? And then we'll float that leg in. We'll open the other leg.
That's where I hit it.
And then let's finish with both feet finding each other, drop them super low, and then opening the palms out wide. Perfect. And just take those final 2 breaths. And then last big inhale, breathing in and in. Exhale, breathe out and out. We'll lift our legs up. And then, did you ever do, with the straps in here, it's a hip flexor one? Because your knees feel okay, right, generally?
Oh, putting the foot on the floor?
Mm-hmm. Where you bend the knee and then have it almost where the quad gets pulled back. Yeah. Yeah. And then almost comes out here. and then that leg could be out to the side, kind of, yeah. Do you feel how intense that one is? Does it bother your knee?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So then if you wanted to go crazy, some people do both.
Do both?
Yeah. But
I don't think I'll do that.
It's so scary getting
Into
back.
it.
Yeah, that's perfect. But I really like this one for your quad. Do you see how tight that side is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So those are always extras you can add in, and then we'll take those straps off, and then we'll ditch them. And then what's nice is, you know how for the roll down, you don't really like doing it where it's not good to go all the way down to your back. So you could even stand up and hold on to that, that bar, the foot bar, and then just go into almost like a downward dog.
Yeah.
And then let's take your right hand and then reach for your left ankle, and then you can bend that right knee, get a nice T stretch.
Oh boy.
Really tight, right? And then we'll swap them out. Because normally in the studio you can't be here, but the foot bar's a perfect height here. And then we'll have both hands go on. Let's bend your knees, scoop and roll and restack the spine up. Head comes last. We'll reach the hands up, and then we'll release it. That was perfect.
That was great.
Thank you.
Just what I wanted.
Awesome. And it's nice because all of those ones you can always, you know, pop it. You can mix around the whole class. But I was thinking too, like with the springs that we had, you know how we had the box on long ways?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're like, oh, my back, I don't really want to pull. If you lay down facing this way, then you can do your push-ups. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. Same thing, we had you on a blue and a half, and you know how we were doing all of the stuff this way? So let's say you're kneeling and you want just more arms that day, you could come this way and then do the single arms and do the twisting things.
Well, that's, how often do you come out here?
Because
I mean, I'd love